It's a lot of things that sort of go together. Hodgepodge, we think it's funny. We hope you do too. But if you don't, we're gonna do it anyway. Hodgepodge, it's a show. It's a lot of things that sort of go together. Hodgepodge, now you know what happens when we can't get together. Hodgepodge.
Hello! Hello and welcome, my friends, to yet another episode of Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge!
Your local teen librarians variety show in which things occur. Things and stuff.
Lots of things, lots of stuff.
This is Miss Clare. It's good to see you all, whoever you are. How you doing, Claire?
Estoy muy cansada. I am very tired. How about you, Miss Monica?
I forgot that you are learning Spanish right now. I am also very tired, which doesn't bode well, honestly. We both should have drunk caffeine before this episode. But luckily, even when we're both extremely tired, I feel like we both appear to be highly caffeinated, so no one's going to know.
Definitely not. I'm ready for our...
Yeah, where's our moderator?
Yeah.
Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hey.
And as you know, this week's challenge was given to you in advance. So I'm just going to let Claire take it from here.
That's this week's challenge. I didn't know when we were airing this one. Yep. Uh-huh.
Wow, somebody didn't give me their video.
Okay. In my defense, for everyone watching, today's challenge was trim your bangs on camera. And I would like to point out, it's all well and good for Claire, who has bangs. I don't have bangs. I wasn't going to cut my own bangs for the first time at home when I don't have them. That's not a challenge.
Well,
Disaster.
you're in luck. We have other people who
Okay.
have sent me their content. So,
Like, legitimately, you can't really tell because I always wear my hair up, but my hair is really curly, and I do not know what would have happened if I tried to cut bangs into
well,
it.
it was cut like small fringe bangs. It's kind of shaggy.
I would have looked like I had ramen noodles glued to
No.
my forehead. Yes, Claire.
Anyway, let's roll the bangs video where we see all of the automatic winners.
This does not count as me losing this challenge.
Yes, it does.
Unfair.
Yes, it does. Here we go with all of the automatic winners.
Hi everybody, my name is Miss Emily. I'm from the Tyrone branch, and I'm going to cut my bangs. I don't know if the other people who are cutting their hair for Hodgepodge normally cut their own hair or not.
Because I do cut my hair for better or for worse myself.
I like to pretend we're all on the same page, but I don't know that that's true.
I don't know that I recommend this for you at home. When I do go get my hair cut professionally, they always somehow know that I cut my own bangs. I have them all out like this. I don't know if you can see that. They're not real well trimmed to begin with.
Good amount, right? Is that too much?
Because when I first started cutting my hair, I definitely was nervous about cutting too much off. So I would literally point cut my entire head.
Maybe we have like a part 2 where Emily cuts them some more because she realizes she like has barely done anything.
That's the first thing we do. We put this in the sink to catch the falling hair. Make sure it gets taken care of.
Because there's so much hair everywhere. Is that a John Mayer song that came out in the early aughts about your hair being everywhere? I don't think I can sing it because I don't believe we have the money for that kind of copyright. Not bad. They're super long. Hold on, I gotta take a break to get this hair off.
You know what's coming, so be warned.
I can't tell if it's even, but I don't think it is. Am I making it worse? Is it getting better?
And I am not directing the hair this way because that makes them short on the top, long in the front. I'm making sure that they're at least relatively pulled down the way that they're going to be on my head.
And the first thing I do is I cut across for length. So I cut it straight across, but that tends to leave a really blunt and yucky edge. So then, make sure that goes in there, and that is how I cut my bangs.
I'm gonna take the rest of my hair down for a minute.
This is the length. No, we're not gonna do them. But I could. No, we are done. Yes.
Come on. Bring it back. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bring what you have.
Ta-da!
Was that a pair of electric clippers at the end?
Yes, it was. Okay, so the entire time I was like, I'm trying to grow out my hair, but I've done a bowl cut, or I've done a mohawk before. I'm trying to grow out my hair, but I had a mullet before. I really like that mullet. Maybe I could do a bowl cut mullet. Maybe I could do a bowl cut mullet. And the entire time I was struggling against doing that, but I did end up shaving some stuff off. Just on my back of the hair where you can't see it, and will not infringe on growing out process.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Accept
So I
it.
was able to tamp that urge down. I did not give myself a bowl cut, and everything is great.
Hell, you didn't shave your head because we were chatting prior to that video airing. So I did, while we were watching that, draw a reproduction of what I would have looked like if I had attempted to cut my own bangs. That is an accurate representation. So I don't. Oh, do I? Is that the face of cute?
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a good challenge. I cannot believe you talked that many of our coworkers into cutting their bangs or shaving their bangs off. It's not.
It's been a good day. Fresh air, fresh news.
Let's do a book. Let's pretend that this is a library show in which we talk about books.
Here we go.
Oh, that's Garth Nix's new one. I haven't read it yet. Okay, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yes.
Here's Miss Kathy.
Do you like sci-fi? Do you like fantasy? Do you like teen books? Do you like comedy? Well, you get all of the above in The Left-Handed Booksellers of London by Garth Nix. 18-year-old Susan moves to London to begin her adult life and sets out to find her father. What she finds instead are the Left-Handed Booksellers of London and the Right-Handed Booksellers of London. They're authorized to sell books and to kill, and find out why Susan's connected to them and what these magical booksellers have to do with her father.
I heard that book had come out, and I have to tell you, like, did you ever read Sabriel? I loved that book, although to be fair, I haven't read it in probably 25 years. But the point is, I really enjoyed it at the time. So I'm very excited about this one too.
Good. Gonna be honest, never read a Garth Nix, but maybe this will be my first.
You've never read any Garth Nix? Didn't he write the one where like the kids are like living underground or something and there's robots, and then it turns out that they've been like secretly raised by a robot who they thought was a person? Again, I feel like I was 11 when I read it, so my memory of this is a little bit shot.
I can't help you.
All right, let's move on to the weather report.
Okay.
Oh, no, Claire! Okay, y'all, do you remember that like several weeks ago, Greg couldn't do the weather report, and so there was like a snow person stand-in, and then the snow person melted. Flakes, yes, and then they melted, and like we haven't wanted to tell Greg because I'm unsure of how he's going to react to this news. Anyway, we have to tell him this time. Claire, we have to tell him this. All right, okay, you know what? Bring him in, let's make this happen.
Okay, here we go.
The clouds dance across the bucolic prairie, propelled by a gentle warm breeze as the sun peeks at the newly forming buds on the trees and whispers, "Wake up, it's spring." Back to you, Montclair. Oh, hey.
Way more than one sentence.
That was certainly a change from our normal weather.
I was kind of running out of words, so I had to invent some new ones and maybe get a little more descriptive. So moving forward, I'm kind of thinking of being a little more accurate as we go. Anyway, how are you today?
Doing really well, especially after that journey. You know, that was so poetic. That was so
thank you.
Hopeful. It really in retrospect sort of makes it worse what we're gonna have to talk to you about. But okay, so Craig.
Yeah.
Craig, I don't know if you'll recall, several weeks ago at this point, Claire, get back here. Several weeks ago at this point, you had a substitute for your weather report. Your good friend.
Yeah, Flakes. That week I was gone. Yeah, they did it though, right? They said they could do it.
Yep, and they 100% were present for the weather report.
I knew they wouldn't let us down.
Greg, they melted.
What?
They melted. It was unseasonably warm. They melted. They turned into a puddle. They melted.
you all knew that Flakes was made out of snow, right? And you know, if it was unseasonably warm, of course that would happen. But you know, don't worry, Monica Claire. It's like that song. You know that song? You know the Frosty song? It was warm that day, but they'll be back again someday.
Like,
It's all good. But hey, I gotta go. I better get, because you know you have the show to go on, so I gotta go. I'll see you. Man, I forgot all about that.
we do have the show to go on. Okay. Yep. Next thing.
Next thing.
That was gorgeous.
Glad you
was beautiful. I don't have
That was
that skill.
from our wonderful Miss Paula. And if you also, like Miss Monica, thought it was beautiful, you have a chance of winning it.
Wait, why don't I have a chance of winning it?
I mean, maybe you can get a chance of winning it, but I feel like it deserves to go to the people that are not us, that get to stare at beautiful art all day.
What do the people have to do to win this prize, Claire?
They have to email us at Hodgepodge.
Cool. And just say hello. Nope. That's not going to be
Didn't
enough.
think that far.
Email hodgepodge@kdl.org and tell us other art that you would like to see featured in our 90 plus or minus seconds of art. There. Now it's a task. And then we will, at random, from the submissions we get, and whoever is picked at random will get that wonderful mandala. And if it happens to be me, who's to say that that wasn't absolutely and completely fair and legit?
We'll see. It's a show.
Okay, that was great. Don't we have an update from Miss Christine, right? Yes, let's do that.
Here we go right now.
Okay.
As it's loading very slowly.
This is not
La 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 la. I can fill silence with nonsense. Hear my sound.
This is Christine from the Granville branch, back with part 2 of My Roommates and I Bought Too Many Plants at Flowerland. The tip that I have for you today is actually about this beautiful monstera plant. So gorgeous, and it has a new leaf coming out. Look at how cute that is, and shiny. Very exciting. But as you can see, it's kind of tilted, which is maybe a little worrying. I don't know. So it has this root here that looks like it's maybe still growing, or maybe it's dying. Who can say? But either way, I don't really want this plant to stay so tilted. So super easy trick. I'm just gonna take a really cheap wooden chopstick, and I'm gonna stick that in the soil right next to the stem that I want to prop up. And then for this next part, you can use string, you can use yarn, really anything that'll tie is fine. I like to use these little wire tie things that come on my lettuce from the grocery store, and I'm just gonna snip a section of it off, and then I'm just gonna use that to wrap around both the stem and the chopstick to help it stay up a little bit straighter, and then hopefully that root is still growing and will grow back into the soil and everything will be fine. That's it. Nice and easy. Again, I'm a plant non-expert, so take my advice at your own risk. Back to you, Claire and Monica.
I feel like, is it growing or is it dying? Is such like this captures the essence of all of Christine's non-plant expert recommendations.
Indeed it is.
For plants.
And I learned another way of putting things not to the trash, but reusing them.
Yes,
woo,
yes.
double
Another
win points.
way of lessening our waste footprint in this world. Always a good thing.
To end with that, just drop the mic.
Can we take Christine on like a plant shopping adventure?
That'd be very cool.
Can that be like a thing that we do? I'm not actually asking. We're doing it. Now that I've thought of it, we're totally going to do like a plant run.
Amazing. Done.
We'd all have to be masked. It would be really dramatic. All right. Okay. That's happening. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, everyone. All right. Are we done? Are we done? Fun fact. Is it my week for a fun fact?
Yes.
Please
I'm
hold.
always going to answer yes.
Claire, fill the silence.
Ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Oh, boop,
The eighth.
Did you know 407 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation?
I found a thing. It's a good one. It's like timely because he passed away this year. So April 8th, 1974. Claire, I'm going to need you to do some Googling so we can get a photo up here in a second. According to history.com, Hank Aaron breaks Babe Ruth's all-time home run record. Hank Aaron of the Atlanta Braves hits the 715th career home run, breaking Babe Ruth's legendary record of 714 homers. A massive crowd of more than 53,000 people, the largest in the history of the Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, were with Aaron that night when he hit a fourth-inning pitch off the Los Angeles Dodgers' Al Downing. However, as Aaron was an African-American who had received death threats and racist hate mail during his pursuit of one of baseball's most distinguished records, the achievement was bittersweet. Hank Aaron breaking Babe Ruth's home run. That is my fun fact of the day.
That is a good fun fact.
Good fun fact, right? I was really worried because the next fun fact on the list was milk was bottled in glass bottles for the first time on this date. And that just didn't seem as interesting.
I mean, I still get my milk in glass bottles, so.
Well, yes, if we're talking like from a sustainability point of view, then I suppose yes. And I guess the mass production of food is sort of an interesting topic, but not as interesting as the one I came up with.
Absolutely. And I think we're done. I mean, we talked, we learned, we randomly had lots of environmental things in here. What else do we need?
Everyone go home. We'll see you next week.
Adios.
Hodgepodge, it's a show. It's a lot of things that sort of go together. Hodgepodge, we think it's funny. We hope you do too. if you don't. We're gonna do it anyway. Hodgepodge, it's a show. It's a lot of things that sort of go together. Hodgepodge, now you know what happens when we can't get together. Hodgepodge. Thanks! No!